how you doing? I'm Hassan and I'm an American chauffeur. Okay, I want to look very specially at this thing called service. Okay, I'm going to try to cover it in such a way as best I can holistically, because there's some things that I have heard that have been kind of disturbing. And I had to work my way through these things as I was growing through rideshare. I have a transportation company. I do luxury limousine now. And I started off in 2016 doing rideshare here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's Uber and Lyft. Now, because of the pay and because of the way I was being treated by passengers, because they treat you totally like, some of them when you first start and you get treated like shit, it look like they look on the app and say, he just been driving, he knew. So I'm gonna say ugly things to him and do ugly things to him. And that's why a lot of people don't make it through the first year, because they have to look at themselves and see perhaps they had that crappy attitude toward people their own self, right? Okay, I think that's why a lot of people just don't make it through a year, because you got to look at yourself and they say, damn, man, I'm that way, I was that way. I had to look at that. I had to look at a lot of stuff, and I'm very thankful for it. I've heard some people say that we should not give the best of ourselves because we're not getting paid to do it, right? Are we doing that just to attack Uber and Lyft, to think that we're getting back at Uber and Lyft, or so we could abuse a customer because they may not tip us, or they're paying that low rate, and so they, maybe they don't want to tip us or whatever the case may be, so we should not give as best a service. See, I went through that myself, but then I thought about it. I says, don't you know that this isn't the end for you? This is the beginning for you. You starting this thing called Uber and Lyft because your ass is homeless. And then you started doing this. This is the beginning for you. This is a chance for you to actually be the best you can be. See, in the future, when you build this thing in whatever business you're going into, whether you're going to do real estate, because that came up for me, whether you're going to do whatever sort of business that you're going to do, don't you know this is a good way to practice how to be the best you can be? You can do it right now. So give the good, I say, this is just what I do. I'm sharing with you my experience because it paid off for me. Always give good service, because when you do go into something that you really like to do, it's a good idea that you've practiced being the best you can be and make it a habit of it. Make it a habit of it. So it ain't no skin off your back. You're going to when you build a boat, you're going to build it with the best quality you can. You ain't going to say, well, I'm going to build a boat with low quality because the people I'm selling them to. Man, look, let me tell you something. Eventually it got to the point for me where my tips was end up being like 12% of my income. It got to a place for me where now I'm doing Uber Black, now I'm doing now I'm a chauffeur, and having that habit of good service has got my name spread. Not only among the industry, but my clients have said, well, yeah, man, he's straight. I'm saying take advantage of this situation. Hell with Uber Lyft. I started to use the F word, but I ain't gonna do that right now. because I want you very clear to understand this is not a hate Uber, hate Lyft. In fact, it's not a good idea to have hate in you in any way, shape, or form when you're doing this thing to make money. Good service is going to make you money. Well, they may not tip, so I ain't gonna do the luggage. They may not tip, so I ain't gonna do this or do that. I didn't give a damn. I'm trying to be the best me I can be in whatever business I go in. Because one thing that many of us suffer from, because I was suffering from myself. Considering myself to be some sort of victim or something, because these passengers will definitely put you in that victim structure. They look at you and you looking good and you carrying yourself well, but you doing Uber and Lyft. Because other drivers, them 80%ers, I'm just gonna do hair, they treat you that way. So what happens, they become prejudiced and be wanting to treat me that way, but I get through it because I don't pick nobody up unless they got a 4.8 rating. I might change that. I still do Uber Black, but Uber and Lyft Black. I do the black rides, the premium rides. And then I'll be getting customers out of that. Boy, I'm so good, I was getting customers. I was getting private ride customers actually in the Toyota Corolla. Okay. So there are some YouTubers who are very, very, very adamant about don't do no more than what you perceive that you have to do. I have had customers that was handicapped. They had a little problem with them, with themselves. I helped them to the door. There were customers, one thing I'm gonna tell you this, I have an issue with. I had a guy get in my car. I didn't know it was gonna be one of them pet things. And he had this big dog that was slobbing and everything. And this done happened several times. There's been several issues with the pet thing. I didn't know it was a pet thing. The dog was slobbing and everything, getting in the car, being all bouncing all around and all of that in the car. Feisty, in other words. And the guy was supposed to be blind. He got in the car. He probably was really blind. I don't know. But anyway, he got in the car and then started talking junk about drivers was turning them down and everything and didn't want to take the animal. Well, I one-starred him, of course, because he told me that he was calling in on them and getting them drivers in trouble. I don't know why he was telling me that. But I one-starred the hell out of him, and then Uber sent me a thing that says, did you one-star him because of the pet? No, I one-starred him because of his ass. Okay, his nasty attitude. Okay, that was like a couple years ago. Then I had another incident where a person got in with a dog and it was raining outside. I didn't know they had a dog. And it was raining outside and it was a Lyft ride. Now, the dog got in with the dirty feet, putting the paws all on everything, being feisty. See, feet all in my damn seat and everything, being feisty. And, of course I one-starred him, but I let Lyft know that my car got dirtied up by the dog. And they said they was gonna get my car clean and they didn't do it. Lyft ain't never did nothing. Whenever I had a client tear my car up, tore out the thing where I used to put have cups with lollipops and stuff in it. and they broke the damn thing off. Lollipops just flew all over the daggum things. They was them dum-dums. People was loving them too, and I loved giving. I loved having them too. They didn't cost that much, a couple of dollars for a whole big bag of them damn things. So anyway, they bust the cup holder off, and lollipops just went all over the damn place. Okay, and it left this big hole right there where everybody could see. There was a big hole in the car. I told Lyft about it. They didn't fix that neither. Remember this, what I had told you before. I was doing it as if it was my business. So any damage came to that car, I took care of it. I was obligated to take care of it, and I damn sure wasn't going to wait on Uber or Lyft to do a damn thing, because I had to be able to get out there and drive and keep doing my business. That was just me. That was my that was my attitude. If you got an attitude to give bad service just because of Uber and Lyft pissing you off, you're not understanding the beautiful alchemical thing of making good habits out of everything you do. To the best of your ability, because that's all I do, to the best of my ability. I try to keep everything around me neat. I try to keep everything organized. I try to, keep everything up to the best of my ability, because it makes it easier for me to get to what I need to get to quickly. I'm gonna be a little bit of devil's advocate here. I come from a group of people. I came from who think it's okay to give half-ass service. They come with that stupid victim mentality. And if I'm cutting a ham off the bone, damn it, I don't eat meat anyway. All right? All right, man. Okay, because it's big. Okay, well, look. Let me just. Okay. So the importance of always giving good service is not just for today. Giving good services for you in the future, because you're not automatically, because you continue to give good service, automatically, you're going to leave Uber and Lyft alone. Or you're going to move up to black, hell, black, I think it makes, just to give you an example, a 10-minute black ride could yield you, it could yield you, maybe $20-something, 23, I think it's 23, 25, something like that, where a 10-minute Uber X ride, well, I don't know. I don't even think it's $10. I don't know for sure. I haven't done it in a minute or two. But it definitely pay more. So you may want to move up, because if you move up into the black level, if you in Atlanta, oh man, you knocking on the door, becoming a chauffeur, and then that's more money too. That's going to be more money, But it all hinges on practice of good service. Continuing to practice, good service. Practice good service no matter what. All you have to do. See, this is another thing that's going to happen. Okay, this is another thing that's going to happen, because I gotta do this right now. I don't want to. Okay. If you practice good service, what happens is you're going to start not picking people up unless they got a good rating. You're going to start not picking people up if you got to drive a long way. If they're more than 5 minutes away, if you're in Atlanta and different markets, you might have to wait 10 because it could be slower. But if you're in Atlanta, you're not going to go pick nobody up unless they just right around the corner or something. You're going to keep yourself up. And then you're going to see the tips begin to roll in. But I'm hoping that I'm giving you an idea of the alchemy of service and how it can work for you in every aspect of your life. Do not fall victim to what I ain't gonna give them good service because I don't pay, because you're not hurting Uber or Lyft by giving bad service. You're hurting yourself. If you look at it in a holistic manner, remember you're doing this, you're out here 12 hours a day. Doing this as half your life. So you want to spend half your life giving bad service? So anyway, please help yourself think through this. And until the next video, drive safe and drive with confidence.